day today, as it is, what day? It's Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, the decentralized science landscape, currently speaking, is down another 1.1%, which is pretty good considering the entire market, I think, is down more than 1.1%. So DeSci market dominance is going up today. Very exciting. Let's flip the camera around and take a look at what projects are leading this charge. Currently, in the DeSci landscape, we have WellShare up 25%. We have Genomes up 13%. We have HealthSci up 10%. Amex up 8.6%. CryoRat up 7.7%. Leading the charge down, though, we have Exemplar from Virtuals down 25%. Silencio down 16%. Senku down 16.8%. Private AI down 15%. So basically, market's taking a little bit of a hit. Again, nothing new, right? This is the same story that we've seen over and over and over again. Was that a peach? No, it was an apple. Good morning, Zaj. Good morning, C90. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Toridor 2. Toridor 2. Good morning. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the day as much as I have been enjoying the day. Currently, we are getting the first little bit of stalling out in the free fall that is Bitcoin's price. We came down immediately to touch the 200-day moving average on Bitcoin. Now it looks like we're trying to hold on just for the life of us here. We'll see what actually ends up happening. Currently, I know this candle on the daily is green, but if it was to close like this, I would consider it a pretty bearish candle. We'll see. We will see. That was a brutal sell-off to have to sit through, but at the same time, we saw dominance also fall off a cliff during that period. It did not necessarily break the trend line that we see here, right? We're still in a pretty clear uptrend for dominance on the daily chart. However, it is looking more and more likely that we might get a little bit of a crack here because we had that initial pop and then it looks like it's losing some momentum, especially down here as RSI starts breaking down. So again, Bitcoin dominance is going to end up being what showcases if we get an alt season. If we look even closer into ETH compared to Bitcoin, we're actually finding that it is Ethereum divided by Bitcoin. So the price of Ethereum per Bitcoin is holding pretty steady down here at the absolute bottom of the range. I mean, multi-year lows, but it is holding steady down here at these multi-year lows. Would love to see us bounce from here and start crossing over some of these moving averages, but there is no guarantee of any of it because until we have crossed above the 200-day moving average and found support above the 200-day moving average, we're still in a pretty clear downtrend, but that's all right. It's been pretty good, guys. ETH Denver has been pretty exciting. I have only gone to the one event that was 2 days ago from Research Hub where I got to roast some of the people, some of the projects live. That was a good time. I have not gone to any other ETH Denver events because I've just been bunkered down in this little bungalow here, trying my absolute best to progress forward with the companies that I'm trying to run. Today, however, I have 2 IRL interviews I will be doing. So people will be coming over, sitting on this couch, and I will have a setup so that I can interview and record. I combine those into record the interviews. To give you guys some content for, it's been a while since I've had an interview with one of the DeSci projects. I've just not had the amount of time needed to do it. Good morning, Rurales. How's it going, Mohammed? Welcome in, Derek and Beagle and Elizabeth W. WWW. When Brian Armstrong interview? I don't know. I don't even know that he's here right now. I would love the opportunity to interview Brian Armstrong. We will see. Maybe after that event, after the Research Hub event, because I haven't gotten to talk to you guys since that, I got a lot of positive feedback from that. So I have a feeling I'll be keeping in a closer contact with Research Hub, which means I might be able to get a Patrick Joyce interview for everyone. That would be pretty lit. Not guaranteed, obviously. I want to go through a couple of these presentation things with them before that probably happens, but still pretty exciting. Oh yeah. Energy drink. I'm looking a little bit fluffy. My face right now feels bloated, and that's because I'm in severe pain right here. I actually think I've been in so much stress that every night I've been clenching my jaw, and it's causing some severe pain on the side of my face. And I had cut out carbs from my diet, and since being here, I've been eating an egregious amount of carbs. So it's probably that, some water retention. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into some of the updates that have been happening in the DeSci space, because there are a lot of DeSci events that are going around ETH Denver now. I'm seeing a lot of people on social media posting these little small events that they're going to, which is very exciting because I love to see gatherings focused on decentralized science. I have to say, the number one person I think who's making their rounds in all these events is Genomes DAO. They've got Aldo, their CEO. He's been going around. Here, let me just show you. And he's been making his waves. He's been meeting up with a lot of people. So this was over at the Aura Science event that was hosted, I think, yesterday. But look at how small this gathering is. LOL. The product that he has and just expressing the importance. So he's been making some really good waves. This is him talking to someone from Amino Chain. Projects I got to roast 2 days ago. They are procuring it or making it easier for researchers to procure different biospecimens. So think like blood, saliva, stuff like that. We keep going. Athena DAO's here. We got Jenna from Athena DAO. She's been going to some of the events and getting to talk. I think later today at like 3:40 p.m., she's going to be talking about AI agents in DeSci, which is pretty cool. Yeah, right here. So Aurora Psi, later today, 3:30 or 3:40 p.m. they'll be doing this event. I don't know if it's in person. I kind of want to go, but I have an interview from 2:30 to 3:30, so that might get in the way a little bit. We'll see. I would like to go to it, but I'm not positive I even know where it is. Like it might, yeah. One of the roasts I guess I could do is like, could you please put a link to the actual event when you talk about the event? That would be kind of nice. No blocks out here shilling nerd money. Market sickness, I know. The market is pretty brutal right now. One thing that's not looking brutal though, if we take a look in here, verify I'm a human. I don't know how that verifies that I'm human, but if we go look at Kayato, you remember all the yaps we've been talking about? Remember the yaps everyone's talking about? You go look at this one. They just launched a few days ago, back on the 20th of February, and they're having a pretty large pump, big sell-off today, but they went all the way up almost to $3 per Kayato, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Most of you guys probably are well aware of what those are, what this is, but if you're not, it is that they're the ones who have that like social sentiment radar thing that you see screenshots from, like what is taking up everyone's mind shares right here. Insane to think AI mind share hit over 70% just last month. Dominance is currently only at 32%. So, right, you guys have seen these. The people responsible for it have the token Kaito. It's already a pretty big market cap, but if you followed along with what I did and linked your account to it so you could start talking on X, they actually gave an airdrop for people who talk. You have to talk about what they want, which is a little annoying, but still. IT, check your emails, socials, etc. Yeah, I don't know what that is. All right, guys. It's exciting. There was also a creator bid agent. Did you guys see that creator bid agent go up to $180 million FDV, $90 million circulating market cap? Fishy. Something fishy happening there. I wish I could short it, but I don't know how to short creator bid tokens. Going back into the DeSci Shiller's landscape. Tomorrow, there's a community call from Curetopia. How many of you guys have heard of Curetopia from Bio? Ticker Cures. Oh, OpenAI is having a live stream in 3.5 hours. That's kind of cool. I wonder what they're going to be talking about. I mean, look at this. Look at this, okay? Look at these fundamentals behind projects. Genomes. Look at the amount of users that they have. It just is continuing to grow. They cut off the axis so that you don't actually get to see the numbers, but they are continuing to grow pretty nicely. Getting a little revitalization in that growth rate, which is pretty exciting to see. So anyone in the chat, let me see, who's holding Genome? Can I get a 1 in the chat if you guys are holding on to Genome? Amanda's in the other room cleaning because we have guests. Yeah. You want to come say hi?
Sure. Both wearing our matching shirts.
Yes, we are.
Hi, everybody. Oh, this is a great view.
I know, it looks pretty good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toe
okay.
with my shoes.
Look, we have matching sweatshirts on.
We do.
You
Can
guys
you tell them about it?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them.
No, you tell them.
No, you tell them.
Well, Patrick got us matching sweatshirts for our anniversary. So this is our anniversary in Roman numerals, which is actually leap day from leap year. So we can't actually celebrate on the day because it won't occur for another 3 years. Yeah. So it's a special day. But yeah, they're really cute. So mine has a P here.
Mine has an A.
For Amanda.
Aww. That's so cute.
Hi C90. Hi Beagle. What's 1 and 0? What did you ask them?
If they hold Genome. I wanted a 1 in the chat if they hold Genome. You hold a lot of Genome.
Yep, probably do.
She's regretting holding anything right now.
I wouldn't say regret. I just wish I had maybe purchased at a better time, like right now. But it's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It'll all go up, right, guys?
C'est la vie, right?
So, okay. All right, get out of here. Go away. No, thank you for saying hi. Almost like someone planned the date to save money for DeSci projects. 1/4 the gifts. Exactly. No. Oh. Tweet from Brian Armstrong 2 years ago. I've been using Biograph for a few years now in the Bay Area, and it's great. Hope they open more facilities. Oh, man. Yeah, are you guys, what do you guys want to talk about? I don't know what to talk about right now. I've not been paying much attention to the updates from everyone. So do you guys have anything interesting that has been going on in the market? Any social stuff happening? Anything that's been going on? I've not been paying any attention to it. What's good, Dan Ruggs? Europe. You're rugging Europe? It seems like a kind of a sus name there. Welcome. Good to see you live. Thank you. I'm happy you could make it live. Insides from ETH Denver. Yeah, I mean, it was only that one event I've gone to so far. I've really just been here working, which is probably an expensive way to go work in a normal setup, right? I don't enjoy working on my laptop. I like having my desktop set up, but it was good. It's the worst bullish market I've been a part of. It is pretty brutal out there. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any hopium for you guys. Is Vitalik walking around Denver dumping more ETH? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. He's out here shilling Ethereum and then just selling it off. Dev is selling. No, it's fine.
You told them you're inviting strangers over to our home today?
I did. I'm inviting strangers over to the home today. Yes, Dan. I figured you were Dan from Dynex. Dan Ruggs Europe is very similar to your Discord name, just Dan Ruggs. Which I'm gonna be honest, Dan. When I first saw your name as like one of the first people who was working at Dynex, I got kind of scared. Not trying to FUD, but Dan Ruggs, really? What are you're rugging Dynex or something? I'm just kidding. Obviously, I know you're not rugging Dynex, but I was like, oh, shit. Sui DeSci agents are giving NFTs for staking. Oh, okay. That's going to be kind of cool. Look at the anniversary present that Amanda got me. See, I rugged the world. See, this, I've already gone over it, but this is like a piece of DNA or protein, right? This is the folding. In case I need to fidget. Oh, thank you.
I also think it's captivating. So.
It is kind of captivating. But this little toy. Are you planning on hitting events today? It depends on if there are any good events going around in the space today. I saw stuff about agents today. I don't know if it's an event going on in the space, but I would like to go to that. I'm having people come over for interviews. So I'm having someone from Poseidon DAO come over, and I'll be interviewing them. And then someone from Curetopia, the rare diseases bio protocol launch that just recently happened. Someone from their team will be coming over later on today as well. Dan, I should interview you, Dan. Get some content going about Dynex and whatever it is that you do over there at Dynex. But are there any good events? I know you were sending a couple yesterday, but yesterday I was not going out to events. We had the whole day booked up. See this? See how cool it is? Means working a custom doormat co and getting beaten up in chat. What does that even mean? They could make a roast of only noble blocks. That would be easy. I'll DM you. Okay, bullish. Yeah, I mean, they could absolutely have roasted noble blocks, but there were only 6 projects that were getting roasted at the event 2 days ago.
I think they might have been sponsors, though.
You think they were small?
I don't. Their logos were on the.
Yeah, I was told that Research Hub was not accepting sponsors for the event, so I think they were just handpicking people to roast. Yeah. Rugs equal doormat. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any hopium for you guys today because I've not been paying enough attention to it. What? I guess we can go look at the market. Do you guys have any tokens you want me to pull up? Let's go check out DeSci since I'll be interviewing them later today. Dun, dun, dun. They are $1.04. That is actually pretty nuts that they're this low. But I'm sure I'm going to be saying that about every project. But it's not over. I don't think it's over at all. I don't think it's over at all. Let's go, actually, you know what? Let's go find some hopium. Let's go find the hopium that we want. Instead of just spontaneously creating it.
I think spontaneously creating it's fine too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Do you guys see that the Epstein list is supposed to come out? That's going to be, I don't know why that's hopium, but that's going to be interesting. That's all my timeline is filled with. But be careful, guys, because last time we were getting this close to news about the Epstein client list, we had a global pandemic. So be careful out there. Here's some hopium for everyone. Oh, look at another chart overlaying where we currently are in the cycle with the psychology of the market chart. I kind of agree with this statement, this sentiment. This is where I think we also are, and I think we get that crazy rally still. But I've seen tons of different overlays on this chart. I've seen people like making this larger to be the absolute peak, but I think there's not a single indicator that's kind of flashed off saying that we're at the point where the market should be over. People are just kind of freaking out, which is not surprising. Oh, plan B. All right, he always comes up whenever I get peak fear in the market. If we see a V-shaped recovery after this dip next week or so, then that confirms that we are still in the bull market. Bull markets are full of 20 to 30% dips, followed by sharp V-shaped recoveries. True that. DeSci cult. King the world. You can tell that was from, somebody made this from the Eastern Hemisphere. Gonna be some annoying memes launched because of it, for sure. Is this the time to DCA? It's up to you, Beagle. I've been DCing as much as humanly possible. Good morning, Spectruth. DeSci Daily News. Interesting. Blockchain Night. I'm going to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, just like you guys should. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about decentralized science and broader crypto markets. We are live from ETH Denver right now, chilling in a nice little bungalow, just getting ready to do some IRL interviews. Look at my giant light. Look at how powerful that sucker looks. Yeah. You got a couple more down there. Let's search up alt season, see if there's some people posting bullish stuff. All right, here we go. Alt season. Doot, doot, doot. I love when they changed, like, I get the premise, right? Red, yellow, green, but I love when they changed the boxes to, like, match with the narrative that they're trying to push. It always works out perfectly. The amount of times I've seen this one is hilarious. Bitcoin dominance, all right? This is more my style. We have first altcoin season in 2017, followed by the bear market for alts. 2020, 2021 altcoin season, followed by a bear market for alts. 2025 altcoin season, question mark, hopefully, followed by a bear market for alts. And then it's just getting wedged out, tighter and tighter, until we finally see a giant sell-off sometime next decade. Okay, here's some exciting stuff. We got these two moving averages. This person's stating that anytime they've crossed over, we get a sort of peak. He's saying hopium. I see FUD. Maybe I'm interpreting this differently, but he says, for everyone who's scared, I have some hopium. Altcoin market cap has just had its first golden cross since Q1 2021. The last time this happened, altcoin market cap pumped 500% in just a few months. It looks like altcoin season will soon become a reality. Do you believe? But, I mean, if we're being honest here, this circle, the golden cross, corresponds closer to the peak of the market than it does the explosion in the market, right? It kind of had the explosion when we had the death cross, and then the golden cross marked kind of the end of it all, and then death cross marked a little bit of an explosion right there, right? And golden cross marking the death of it, question mark? I don't know. I don't like this one. No, I don't like this hopium. Alt season, getting a little bit of a bounce in the altcoins. No, but I do. Oh, Dynex chart. Bullish. No, I'm just I do think it's interesting looking at dominance. Dominance looks like it's holding the support, but this candle looks pretty bearish. If it were to close anywhere down here today, I think tomorrow we'll see a big sell-off in dominance. If this candle today for dominance ends up closing higher up, I think we'll kind of stagnate a little bit. But it looks like we're breaking this trend line soon. We're testing it right now, and I think that I would watch carefully for a break of it. I hope we don't see a filling of the wick on dominance, because that would put us back at 64%, which is far higher than I ever expected us to go. But we're going to have to wait and see. I am obviously partial to dominance falling off a cliff. The weekly chart for dominance for Bitcoin, it does look pretty bearish. So if we can close the week with a candle that looks anything like this, that would be super bullish for altcoins. If we can get like 2 or 3 more days of selling off in dominance, come down here to close the weekly candle down around 60% on the dot. Like if this week we can break below 60%, I think we'll get some of those retests of the moving averages and hopefully just break down beneath them. Oh, here's some hopium. Here's some hopium. I think I bookmarked some of them. Oh, here we go. This is the end of the pump fun era. This is the number of coins that have made it to bonding on pump fun. Look at that death spiral. All the way down to 0. Only a handful of coins the other day made it off pump fun. This is the market healing itself, right? If we go overlay this, right? So this is the month of February. The month of February, pump fun has no longer had any exciting activity going on. Broadly speaking, obviously there's still some pump funds that have done really well, but if you go look at the month of February on the chart, let's go to the monthly candles for Bitcoin. And we could also go look at Solana, but we go look at Bitcoin. That is one giant red candle for Bitcoin on the monthly chart. And that corresponds exactly with the death of pump fun. I firmly believe that pump fun was killing some of the market. It's just been drying up a lot of the liquidity because what happens? You launch a pump fund, the dev rugs the pump fund. All the money you put into the pump fund goes to that person's wallet. They then go invest it in Bitcoin or just cash out of the market, meaning there's selling pressure on Solana, meaning the pump fund ecosystem has really been hurting the entire crypto market's liquidity for quite some time now, about a year, a little over a year. And what we're seeing is the market, the free market, healing itself, causing a huge sell-off to make it so that the people, the gamblers and the speculators in the space get kind of tired of just constantly losing money, and the scam is up. It looks like the scam is dying. Now, it did look like it was dying a couple months ago too, but it didn't get this bad. Like, you go look at some of the daily volume on pump fun, and it is atrocious. Look at the green bars. Daily volume has fallen off a cliff in the month of February. That is gorgeous. You look at the number of tokens launched, and it is starting to fall off a cliff as well. That is also gorgeous. I have to run to an event. See y'all soon. Thank you for showing up, Dan. Appreciate you being in the chat for a little bit. We'll DM. Been starting to think about the dominance and if the ETFs have actually made a dent in it. I don't know. I think the dominance is a little bit weird. Epstein list will probably produce some bangers today. I know. Like, you kind of have to agree with that. They're going to be putting out a bunch of meme rugs. Let's go.
Can you throw away your cup of nuts?
Yeah, you can throw away my nuts. Yeah. It's cool. So, for example, last month there were 24,000 pump fund tokens that graduated from pump fund. This month there were only 11,000. So we had over 50% decline in pump funds making it off the platform. Last week there were 2,000. This week there are 5,000 or 500. Yesterday 186. They posted this 2 days ago, I think. So it'd be interesting to see how much. It is the free market just fixing some of the problems that have happened out there. Is that a quantum puzzle? No, but this is a fun representation of protein folding.
It's called a shishibo.
It's called a shishibo. And I do not have a referral link.
No, unfortunately, we should.
I know. But it can make over 70 different shapes, and you can get multiple ones to combine them together. And they really do act just like protein folding, in my opinion. You get a bunch of different shapes. They're actually connecting based off of magnetic forces, which is basically how proteins connect as well. And you can get a ton of different shapes that combine together. Some of them are stable, others are not so stable. And so the not stable ones are free radicals in the body that cause damage in the body. But the stable folds are ways that the protein can fold that it can be helpful and useful in different drug therapies. And so this is basically what Bill's going to do. Only a regular computer would have to individually fold a molecule, one variation, 2 variations, 3 variations, 4 variations, 5 variations, 6 variations, 7 variations to get into something like this, right? But if Bill is working on a quantum basis, he can just test all of them at the exact same time and get exactly which version of that chain of aminos or chain of proteins is going to be the most impactful for drugs. Pretty exciting, but takes forever to do stuff like this. Oh, God. It takes a very long time to build stuff, so it's taking longer than expected to get the the infrastructure established for Bill to even begin experimenting. However, a lot of the frameworks are already established in the broader market, open source frameworks that have like a collection of all 200 million different types of proteins that there are. So I can just, once the quantum LLM is finished, I can upload all of that information to Bill, and then he can begin folding his experiments. That's kind of a cool one. But for the time being, we're working on just allowing for him to have dynamic memory storage, the RAGs, random augmented generation. But yeah. You know what I found out yesterday? You know how Bio is, or not yesterday, but 2 days ago at the event? You know how Bio is working on having those agents? I love it. Thank you, Spec. It's a good way to remember or give a visualization of what Bill's going to be doing. But you know how Bio is having all those agents? They plan on having 1 million agents in the market for Bio protocol DAOs and everything, and having it so that the agents are working on experimentation and biotech. It's interesting because they're using, I would have assumed that they would have come up with their own agent framework, right? They announced that they're using the ELIZA framework to make all these agents, which I thought was pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting because the ELIZA framework is a conversational agent. It's not necessarily, like, you guys know drugs, and they have the Batty framework, I think they called it, but specific for like drug development and everything. You'd think that they would use something like that, not the ELIZA framework. But nonetheless, it's Bio. They have infinite money. Not really, but they have a lot of money, so they're going to probably be able to pull it off. What are you DCAing? Yes, there are several swarm concepts. Isaac is gaining traction. Bullish. Are you planning on doing some swarms? You know what's been pretty interesting for me? And I think after I've finished up the course I'm taking, I'll probably explain more of it. But there's some pretty interesting no-code / low-code options for developing applications and developing out AI. It's pretty interesting. They're pretty fun to play with because you can do API requests from a low-code or no-code environment. You can also do HTTP polls. So I've been learning aggressively, and it's been a lot of fun. Your cut looks great, bro. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. I felt Xerapy would be perfect. Open source. Nice. Good morning, Dawn. You are in fact late. You will expect truth? Yes, I will be doing swarms. Bullish. Dawn, I didn't check our DMs actually, so I don't know if I can harass you for it, but did you find any good resources like I've been talking to? Let's see. Okay, I hear your response. I hear it. I'm glad the slopes were fun though. I'm glad the slopes were fun. I was supposed to go out skiing this week, but I did not end up going. It was supposed to be yesterday, but ended up having too much of a busy time. I'm still in Denver. I am not home. Oh, when are you home? I get home Saturday. So I'm gonna do some interviews today. I actually should probably get going. So do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Basically anything in DeSci right now is worth DCAing. Most of, if not all of my money. You know what you guys should do? I don't know if you guys do the same thing that I do, but if you guys have been partaking in the meme coin nonsense that's gone on in your Solana wallets, but then whenever I got rugged, I would just leave the dead token alone and just count it as an L and like write it off entirely and be like, whatever, it's dead. And occasionally some of them would pop back off and I would sell out of them. But I went through my Solana wallet looking at all of the little meme coins that don't show balances anymore, right? All the meme coins that I've gotten rugged on that show 0 for balance in my Phantom wallet. Go through them if you have them and try and swap them out to Solana, because what I found was nearly 4 Solana worth of rugged nonsense. And I understand that that's not like a crazy amount, but it actually is, right? 4 Solana's worth like $800, or I guess it's only like $700 now or something like that. But it was a good chunk of change that was just chilling in rugged coins. I moved all of it out of those rugged coins and into Dynex. Just because I'm trying to get as many of those Dynex tokens as I possibly can. 8 cents is retardio. It's been a busy week catching up since my ski trip. Yeah, I respect it. Enjoy it. I'll have insight by then. Okay, cool. When I get back, we'll have a call Sunday, Don. We'll have a call Sunday. I think I found some interesting stuff actually that I want to share with you, but you do your research and we'll come together. Pause. You do your research and we will have a call and discuss the information that we found. All right, guys. Mods. Any projects that we should look at, DeSci? Oh, another new DeSci token. Nope, that's not new. That's actually rugged. Protocol. Rugged. That's insane. Noble with some crazy cool news that have come out. Chilling down still. Until the market turns around, guys. Until this market has a different tone. That is a terrible, terrible candle. Let's see if we can get some good news going on. Thanks for live stream. Bullish. Push back his spermatoid production. No. I actually had an interesting conversation after the Research Hub event with someone who's developing an at-home sperm motility test. It was kind of a funny thing, but might end up having an interview with them at some point once they get closer and closer to the token launch. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully it was worth investing into. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here with me. And I hope that you all have a fantastic Thursday. If any of you guys are at ETH Denver, hit me up. I would love to try and meet up before Saturday, before I return home to start making more content. And remember,